What up? Mother freaking Gypsy Rose has put that new prologue in her mother freaking book, and guess what? A creator on here by the name of Boo Boo has posted it. Thanks, friend. It starts out, my time to stumble. Honey, she done went from standing to stumbling. I thought freedom meant walking tall. Turns out it's learning how to not trip over yourself. 2 years ago, while in prison, I dropped whatever I was doing at 2 o'clock sharp. If I was mopping during my janitorial duties, I'd put up the mop back in the bucket. On the phone with Ken, I'd hang up. I'd turn the TV off a few minutes early, knowing I had to be standing at my cell waiting to be counted. You don't know what she's talking about. She's talking about when she was in prison. Every few hours you have to be counted because they're trying to make sure your ass ain't escaping, okay? Now, just 2 years later, 2 p.m. signals my daughter's second nap. These days, I'm the one doing the counting, feeding, naps, diapers, still accountable. Girl, what? Where's the accountability at? In a completely different way. It took me a while to shake the feeling of my body's impulse to just stop cold. Stop what cold? Stop what cold? Waiting for a roll call that would never come. These days, that reflex is finally fading. Listen, as somebody who was in prison for 4 motherfucking years, I never came home and was like, oh, somebody's gonna count me. Let me get at the end of my bed. I never did that. And I did do things like my shower shoes. I wore them hose everywhere and still wore them in the shower when I got home. And I still ate strange things that I ate when I was in prison, but I didn't think, oh, I gotta be counted. Hey, no two lived experiences are the same, so maybe she really did. Years this anxious pull ran through me. That part's cut off, so we're gonna start right where we can see. After I left prison, I believe is what it says, I carried the schedule with me in opposition to reality. I can be whenever I want, wherever I want, with whomever I want. And I thought, I don't know, I just think this is crazy because Gypsy was out doing stuff before she went to prison. There is so many pictures. That girl was all over the place. Disney, VisionCon, went to every fucking movie premiere. Miranda Lambert, meeting Blake Shelton, going on flights to conferences and doing public speaking. Like, Gypsy has always been whoever, whenever she wanted. I get so sick of her putting on this show like, oh no, I couldn't be anything. I was just everything my mom wanted me to be. Girl, some of that shit your mama didn't even know you was doing. What are you talking about? She didn't even know that you were lying about some of the medical stuff till 2011, girl. Anyway, with whomever I want. My lifelong wiring was set for confinement. Now the haywire of freedom was setting in. You were not confined, dude. You were not confined. The Turpin children, they were confined. That 32-year-old man that was just found in his stepmom's house because he started a fire to get to freedom. He was like 80 pounds at 32 years old and had spent his whole fucking life in that room. That was confinement. You were out and about, going on trips, going to conferences. You were a fucking public speaker. All these lies is why people don't care for her. This is why they don't believe her story. This is why they do not care for her, because that's all she does is lie. I cannot imagine what the people in Springfield, Missouri, when they see her coming out with shit like this, I can't imagine what they must be thinking. They saw her all over town. She was a local celebrity. From her own mouth, what the fuck? That's what she told Nick, is that she was a local celebrity. How was she a local celebrity if she was confined to her house? Gypsy has been playing this charade bullshit game all her life. She has been doing this since she was 14 years old. Honestly, earlier than that, since she was about 9, and she decided that, oh, I'm gonna lie and tell my mom my feeling just isn't coming back to my legs. She has been doing this her whole life. She is a professional scammer. Let's keep going. Freedom. That was the word I clung to for years. All I thought about was being released. Never once stopping to ask, released? I explored and journaled some of my big plans in my diary, I'm guessing. But looking back, I was so naive to think that I could step right into the rhythm of life. Big plans? Big plans? Was your big plans going to a football game as soon as you got out and trying to meet Miranda Lambert? Was that a big plan? Going to meet Kim Kardashian, trying to get, oh, I'm going to be an advocate. Was those your plans? Are you planning on cheating on your husband and getting knocked up before the ink was even dry on the divorce papers, the divorce filing? Was one of your big plans, getting out of prison and deciding that you're going to gaslight and try to manipulate the whole motherfucking world? What were your big plans? I would love to know what they were. As far as her being so naive to think that she could just step right out into life. Girl, you were better set up than 95% of people who come out of the penitentiary. What in the fudge? Most people who come out of the penitentiary, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They ain't got a job. They ain't got no income. They got fines they got to pay. They got meetings they got to get to. They got to get to the parole officer, and they don't have help. You got out of prison, didn't even have fines. They did not even give you any kind of fines attached to your shit. Like, you were done. You got out on parole, and the minute you got off parole, you were done. You didn't have fines. You didn't have probation. You had nothing. Not only that, you came out to a trust full of money because you threw a fit over the act making a documentary about you without asking about details from you. So they put money in a trust for you. Then you released the whole conversations on the Eve of Freedom. You had done Mommy, Dad, and Dearest. In your emails, you were letting your daddy let some people over in Japan make a documentary about you. You got $800, you said, from that. You were way better set up than most people who come out of that prison. You had family who was there. You had a ride to go to your little parole meetings. You had money in the bank, shorty what you drank. You had 0 fines. Literally all you fucking had to do was make it to your parole officer for what, a year? You had to go see him for a year once a month? And I think you had some therapy that you probably didn't even fucking do, or you did it through telehealth, huh? All this, I was naive to think I just can get out and come straight into the light. Dude, you did. You did. You were very well set up. You were set up to come out and have a good fucking life. A way better life than most convicted felons who are fresh out of the penitentiary have. I'm sick of her acting like, oh, I'm on the struggle bus. Girl, no, you what? Hell, even your prison time was easy. The whole time she was in prison, she was doing interviews, writing books, doing documentaries. She had 50 damn pay pigs and hitting each one up for $50 damn. Like, Gypsy Rose ain't ever did a lick of hard time. She did not come out of that damn prison on the struggle bus. Like, oh, I just can't step back. Girl, you ain't even ever had a job. You have literally made your money since you got out of prison the same way you made your money before you went into prison. Social media, interviews, using that damn con for documentaries. Like, you're still using the same con. Let's keep going, honey. I was naive to think that I could step right out into the rhythm of life as if I had a cadence to begin with. Again, Gypsy with this naive bullshit age play. Oh, I didn't know. It's all lies. Lies to get sympathy and attention and make you feel emotions for her friend. I may have never learned to walk in step with the world. While others marched forward along a clear path, I was offbeat. Others were walking along a clear path. You know how many people are in prison and don't even have a home to go to? You know how many people are in prison and don't have a fucking dime? Can't even make canteen to take care of themselves? We have Gypsy Rose up here acting like, oh, everybody else was ahead in the game and me, I'm the low part of the totem pole. I don't know anything. Stop letting her get away with acting like this shit. This is the same way she acted with her mother and with everybody in Springfield. This is how she has gotten to where she is by acting like, oh no, everybody else is good and I just can't. You have the same opportunities as everybody motherfucking else in prison. Ain't nobody above anybody else. You get everything everybody else has got. You had way more. You had way fucking more. You had people who cared, who took care of you. You had fans. Most people, while probably half of the people in prison don't have anything like that. They don't have anybody writing them letters. They don't have anybody sending them money. They don't have a plan for what the hell they're going to do. They have to flat time their sentence because they don't even have an address to go to. Stop acting like you weren't given so many fucking opportunities. This goes all over me. I'm sorry. Let's keep going. I was offbeat, stumbling, aimlessly, unaware even which direction the parade was heading. But actually, when my parole ended on June 25th and I was, for the first time in my life, fully free. No guards, no conditions, no one checking with me. Sorry, no one checking where I slept or who I spoke to. I didn't feel that. Girl, I didn't feel what I thought I would feel. No elation, no great release. Let me tell you why she didn't feel anything. Because Gypsy doesn't have fucking feelings like a normal mofo, for one. For two, because even on parole, she wasn't held back. She was taking flights every motherfucking where. She was going to New York. She was going to Florida. Girl, what? She was already doing everything and everything she could. The only thing she wasn't doing was drinking, supposedly. That girl was traveling and talking to whoever and whenever she fucking wanted to.